When? When do you drink coffee? When do you drink coffee?
I drink coffee in the morning. I drink coffee in the morning.
Where? Where do you keep your keys? Where do you keep your keys?
I leave my keys on the table. I leave my keys on the table.
Who? Who do you talk to every day? Who do you talk to every day?
I talk to my friend daily. I talk to my friend daily.
What? What do you check first in the morning? What do you check first in the morning?
I check my phone first. I check my phone first.
How? How many goals do you have? How many goals do you have?
I have 3 main goals. I have 3 main goals.
How? How much work do you do? How much work do you do?
I do a lot of work every day. I do a lot of work every day.
Whose? Whose help do you need? Whose help do you need?
I need my friend's help. I need my friend's help.
Which? Which class do you take? Which class do you take?
I need my friend's help. I need my friend's help.
How? How do you manage your time? How do you manage your time?
I manage my time by following a daily plan. I manage my time by following a daily plan.
Why? Why do you keep going? Why do you keep going?
I keep going to achieve success. I keep going to achieve success.
When? When do you plan your day? When do you plan your day?
I plan my day in the morning. I plan my day in the morning.
Where? Where do you feel safe? Where do you feel safe?
I feel safe at home. I feel safe at home.
Who? Who helps you study? Who helps you study?
My teacher helps me study. My teacher helps me study.
What? What do you enjoy most? What do you enjoy most?
I enjoy listening to music the most. I enjoy listening to music the most.
How? How do you relax? How do you relax?
I relax by listening to music. I relax by listening to music.
When? When do you go out? When do you go out?
I usually go out at night. I usually go out at night.
Where? Where do you meet your friends? Where do you meet your friends?
I meet them at a cafe. I meet them at a cafe.
Why? Why do you learn every day? Why do you learn every day?
I learn daily to improve myself. I learn daily to improve myself.
Who? Who do you visit? Who do you visit?
I visit my friend. I visit my friend.
Which? Which songs do you like? Which songs do you like?
I enjoy pop music. I enjoy pop music.
What time do you finish work? What time do you finish work?
I finish work at 5 p.m. I finish work at 5 p.m.
How? How far is your school? How far is your school?
It is about 2 kilometers away. It is about 2 kilometers away.
How? How often do you travel? How often do you travel?
I travel once a year. I travel once a year.
How? How long do you talk? How long do you talk?
I talk for about 15 minutes. I talk for about 15 minutes.
How? How many hours do you sleep? How many hours do you sleep?
I sleep for 8 hours. I sleep for 8 hours.
How? How much tea do you drink? How much tea do you drink?
I drink 1 cup daily. I drink 1 cup daily.
Whose? Whose book is this? Whose book is this?
This book belongs to my friend. This book belongs to my friend.
Which? Which place do you visit often? Which place do you visit often?
I visit the park on weekends. I visit the park on weekends.
How? How do you stay healthy? How do you stay healthy?
I stay healthy by eating well and exercising. I stay healthy by eating well and exercising.
Why? Why do you save money? Why do you save money?
I save money for the future. I save money for the future.
When? When do you read? When do you read?
I read before going to bed. I read before going to bed.
Where? Where do you go every day? Where do you go every day?
I go to work daily. I go to work daily.
Who? Who do you respect? Who do you respect?
I respect my parents. I respect my parents.
What? What do you buy often? What do you buy often?
I often buy food from the market. I often buy food from the market.
How? How do you cook rice? How do you cook rice?
I cook rice using water. I cook rice using water.
When? When do you rest? When do you rest?
I rest after work. I rest after work.
Where? Where do you study? You study?
I study at home. I study at home.
Why? Why do you exercise? Why do you exercise?
I exercise to stay healthy. I exercise to stay healthy.
Who? Who teaches you English? Who teaches you English?
My teacher helps me learn English. My teacher helps me learn English.
Which? Which job do you want? Which job do you want?
I want a good office job. I want a good office job. What? What time do you eat dinner? What time do you eat dinner?
I have dinner at 7 p.m. I have dinner at 7 p.m.
How? How far do you walk daily? How far do you walk daily?
I walk about 2 kilometers each day. I walk about 2 kilometers each day.
How? How often do you clean your room? How often do you clean your room?
I clean my room every day. I clean my room every day.
How? How long do you wait? How long do you wait?
I usually wait for about 10 minutes. I usually wait for about 10 minutes.
How? How many meals do you eat daily? How many meals do you eat daily?
I eat 3 times a day. I eat 3 times a day. Whose? Whose car is faster? Whose car is faster?
My brother's car is fast. My brother's car is fast.
How? How much time do you need? How much time do you need?
I need 1 hour to finish. I need 1 hour to finish.
Which? Which book do you read? Which book do you read?
I read English books every day. I read English books every day.
How? How do you start your morning? How do you start your morning?
I begin my day with coffee. I begin my day with coffee.
Outside. I walked outside for fresh air. I walked outside for fresh air.
Around. The teacher looked around the classroom. The teacher looked around the classroom. Upstairs. We played upstairs after dinner. We played upstairs after dinner. Outside. He waited outside for the bus. He waited outside for the bus. Downstairs. The cat slept downstairs quietly. The cat slept downstairs quietly. Abroad. They traveled abroad last year. They traveled abroad last year. Nearby. My brother stayed nearby during the game. My brother stayed nearby during the game. Inside. I left my bag inside the room. I left my bag inside the room. Outside. The children ran outside happily. The children ran outside happily. Downstairs. She sat downstairs with her grandmother. She sat downstairs with her grandmother. Ahead. We looked ahead and saw the mountains. We looked ahead and saw the mountains. Behind. He walked behind slowly. He walked behind slowly. Inside. The dog jumped inside quickly. The dog jumped inside quickly. Everywhere. I searched everywhere for my phone. I searched everywhere for my phone. Nearby. They live nearby now. They live nearby now. Outside. She looked outside through the window. She looked outside through the window. Upstairs. We went upstairs to study. We went upstairs to study. Away. The birds flew away suddenly. The birds flew away suddenly. Inside. He came inside because it was cold. He came inside because it was cold. Around. I looked around carefully. I looked around carefully. Outside. The students stood outside quietly. The students stood outside quietly. Ahead. She walked ahead with confidence. She walked ahead with confidence. Abroad. My father works abroad. My father works abroad. Outside. We sat outside in the sun. We sat outside in the sun. Downstairs. The baby crawled downstairs slowly. The baby crawled downstairs slowly. Around. He turned around quickly. He turned around quickly. Nearby. They waited nearby after school. They waited nearby after school. Inside. I placed the books inside neatly. I placed the books inside neatly. Outside. The children played outside all day. The children played outside all day. Behind. She walked behind her friends. She walked behind her friends. Everywhere. We looked everywhere for the answer. We looked everywhere for the answer. Upstairs. The teacher went upstairs after class. The teacher went upstairs after class. Outside. He stayed outside during the rain. He stayed outside during the rain. Closer. I moved closer to my friend. I moved closer to my friend. Abroad. They traveled abroad for work. They traveled abroad for work. Downstairs. The boy ran downstairs excitedly. The boy ran downstairs excitedly. Around. She looked around the park. She looked around the park. Outside. We ate outside in the garden. We ate outside in the garden. Nearby. He stood nearby and listened. He stood nearby and listened. Inside. I walked inside slowly. I walked inside slowly. Ahead. The car moved ahead carefully. The car moved ahead carefully. Everywhere. They searched everywhere for the dog. They searched everywhere for the dog. Outside. My sister waited outside patiently. My sister waited outside patiently. Behind. He looked behind nervously. He looked behind nervously. Upstairs. We climbed upstairs together. We climbed upstairs together. Nearby. The children stayed nearby after lunch. The children stayed nearby after lunch. Outside. I left my shoes outside. I left my shoes outside. Inside. She came inside after school. She came inside after school. Abroad. We traveled abroad during summer vacation. We traveled abroad during summer vacation.
Play. I play football every weekend. I play football every weekend. I played football yesterday. I played football yesterday. I live in London. I live in London. I lived in London last year. I lived in London last year. Work. I work at a hospital. I work at a hospital. I worked at a hospital last month. I worked at a hospital last month. Study. I study English every day. I study English every day. I studied English last night. I studied English last night. Cook. I cook dinner for my family. I cook dinner for my family. I cooked dinner yesterday. I cooked dinner yesterday. Watch. I watch TV in the evening. I watch TV in the evening. I watched TV last night. I watched TV last night. Walk. I walk to school every morning. I walk to school every morning. I walked to school yesterday. I walked to school yesterday. Visit. I visit my grandmother every Friday. I visit my grandmother every Friday. I visited my grandmother last week. I visited my grandmother last week. Read. I read books before bed. I read books before bed. I read a book yesterday. I read a book yesterday. Write. I write emails at work. I write emails at work. I wrote emails yesterday. I wrote emails yesterday. Drive. I drive to work every day. I drive to work every day. I drove to work yesterday. I drove to work yesterday. Listen. I listen to music at night. I listen to music at night. I listened to music last evening. I listened to music last evening. Eat. I eat breakfast at 7 a.m. I eat breakfast at 7 a.m. I ate breakfast yesterday morning. I ate breakfast yesterday. Morning. Go. I go to the gym every week. I go to the gym every week. I went to the gym last week. I went to the gym last week. Buy. I buy groceries on Sundays. I buy groceries on Sundays. I bought groceries yesterday. I bought groceries yesterday. Teach. I teach mathematics at school. I teach mathematics at school. I taught mathematics last year. I taught mathematics last year. Sleep. I sleep early every night. I sleep early every night. I slept early yesterday. I slept early yesterday. Wear. I wear a blue jacket to work. I wear a blue jacket to work. I wore a blue jacket yesterday. I wore a blue jacket yesterday. Open. I open the shop at 9 a.m. I open the shop at 9 a.m. I opened the shop yesterday. I opened the shop yesterday. Call. I call my friend every weekend. I call my friend every weekend. I called my friend yesterday. I called my friend yesterday. Help. I help my parents at home. I help my parents at home. I helped my parents last weekend. I helped my parents last weekend. Wash. I wash my car every month. I wash my car every month. I washed my car last Saturday. I washed my car last Saturday. Learn. I learn new words every day. I learn new words every day. I learned new words yesterday. I learned new words yesterday. Meet. I meet my friends after school. I meet my friends after school. I met my friends yesterday. I met my friends yesterday. Swim. I swim in the pool every summer. I swim in the pool every summer. I swam in the pool last summer. I swam in the pool last summer. Travel. I travel to different cities. I travel to different cities. I traveled to Paris last year. I traveled to Paris Last year. Paint. I paint pictures in my free time. I paint pictures. In my free time. I painted a picture yesterday. I painted a picture. Yesterday. Sing. I sing songs in the shower. I sing songs. In the shower. I sang songs yesterday. I sang songs. Yesterday. Send. I send messages to my brother. I send messages. To my brother. I sent messages yesterday. I sent messages. Yesterday. Take. I take the bus to work. I take the bus. To work. I took the bus yesterday. I took the bus. Yesterday. Use. I use my laptop every day. I use my laptop. Every day. I used my laptop last night. I used my laptop. Last night. Make. I make tea every morning. I make tea. Every morning. I made tea this morning. I made tea. This morning. Speak. I speak English with my teacher. I speak English. With my teacher. I spoke English yesterday. I spoke English. Yesterday. Water. I water the flowers every evening. I water the flowers. Every evening. I watered the flowers yesterday evening. I watered the flowers. Yesterday evening. Feed. I feed my cat every morning. I feed my cat. Every morning. I fed my cat this morning. I fed my cat this morning. Ride. I ride my bicycle in the park. I ride my bicycle. In the park. I rode my bicycle yesterday. I rode my bicycle. Yesterday. Play. I play video games after school. I play video games. After school. I played video games yesterday. I played video games. Yesterday. Visit. I visit the library every month. I visit the library. Every month. I visited the library last week. I visited the library. Last week. Answer. I answer emails quickly. I answer emails. Quickly. I answered emails yesterday. I answered emails. Yesterday. Dance. I dance at parties. I dance. At parties. I danced at a party last weekend. I danced at a party. Last weekend. Enjoy. I enjoy sunny weather. I enjoy sunny weather. I enjoyed the weather yesterday. I enjoyed the weather yesterday. Fix. I fix computers at work. I fix computers at work. I fixed a computer yesterday. I fixed a computer yesterday. Join. I join online classes every week. I join online classes every week. I joined an online class yesterday. I joined an online class yesterday. Carry. I carry a backpack to school. I carry a backpack to school. I carried a backpack yesterday. I carried a backpack yesterday. Practice. I practice piano every evening. I practice piano every evening. I practiced piano last night. I practiced piano last night. Shop. I shop at the supermarket every Friday. I shop at the supermarket every Friday. I shopped at the supermarket yesterday. I shopped at the supermarket yesterday. Talk. I talk to my neighbors every day. I talk to my neighbors every day. I talked to my neighbors yesterday. I talked to my neighbors yesterday. Enjoy. I enjoy reading newspapers. I enjoy reading newspapers. I enjoyed reading newspapers last week. I enjoyed reading newspapers last week.
About. We talked about school. We talked about school. This book is about animals. This book is about animals. Above. The clock is above the door. The clock is above the door. Birds fly above the trees. Birds fly above the trees. Across. She walked across the road. She walked across the road. The bank is across the street. The bank is across the street. After. We played after lunch. We played after lunch. He went home after work. He went home after work. Against. The ladder is against the wall. The ladder is against the wall. She leaned against the chair. She leaned against the chair. Along. They walked along the river. They walked along the river. Trees grow along the road. Trees grow along the road. Among. She sat among her friends. She sat among her friends. The cat hid among the boxes. The cat hid among the boxes. Around. We sat around the table. We sat around the table. He traveled around the world. He traveled around the world. At. She is at school. She is at school. Meet me at the bus stop. Meet me at the bus stop. Behind. The dog is behind the house. The dog is behind the house. She stood behind her mother. She stood behind her mother. Before. Wash your hands before dinner. Wash your hands before dinner. He arrived before me. He arrived before me. Below. The shoes are below the bed. The shoes are below the bed. Temperatures fell below zero. Temperatures fell below zero. Beside. Sit beside me. Sit beside me. The lamp is beside the sofa. The lamp is beside the sofa. Between. The shop is between two banks. The shop is between two banks. Divide the cake between us. Divide the cake between us. By. The book is by the window. The book is by the window. She traveled by bus. She traveled by bus. Down. He walked down the stairs. He walked down the stairs. Tears rolled down her face. Tears rolled down her face. During. Do not talk during the movie. Do not talk during the movie. It rained during the game. It rained during the game. Except. Everyone came except Ollie. Everyone came except Ollie. I like all fruits except bananas. I like all fruits except bananas. 4. This gift is for you. This gift is for you. We waited for the teacher. We waited for the teacher. From. She comes from Paris. She comes from Paris. I received a letter from my friend. I received a letter from my friend. In. The keys are in the bag. The keys are in the bag. He lives in London. He lives in London. Inside. The children are inside the room. The children are inside the room. Put the toys inside the box. Put the toys inside the box. Into. She jumped into the pool. She jumped into the pool. He walked into the classroom. He walked into the classroom. Near. My house is near the park. My house is near the park. Sit near the teacher. Sit near the teacher. Like. She sings like a bird. She sings like a bird. This tastes like chocolate. This tastes like chocolate. Of. A cup of tea. A cup of tea. The color of the car is red. The color of the car is red. Off. The picture fell off the wall. The picture fell off the wall. Take your shoes off. Take your shoes off. On. The phone is on the table. The phone is on the table. He sat on the chair. He sat on the chair. Onto. The cat jumped onto the roof. The cat jumped onto the roof. Put the books onto the shelf. Put the books onto the shelf. Out. She went out yesterday. She went out yesterday. Take the trash out. Take the trash out. Outside. They are waiting outside the school. They are waiting outside the school. It is cold outside the house. It is cold outside the house. Over. The plane flew over the city. The plane flew over the city. Put a blanket over the baby. Put a blanket over the baby. Past. Walk past the library. Walk past the library. The car drove past us. The car drove past us. Since. I have lived here since 2020. I have lived here since 2020. She has been happy since morning. She has been happy since morning. Through. The train went through the tunnel. The train went through the tunnel. Sunlight came through the window. Sunlight came through the window. Two. We went to the market. We went to the market. Give the pen to Sarah. Give the pen to Sarah. Toward. He ran toward the bus. He ran toward the bus. She looked toward the mountains. She looked toward the mountains. Under. The cat is under the table. The cat is under the table. Hide the money under the pillow. Hide the money under the pillow. Until. Wait until tomorrow. Wait until tomorrow. She studied until midnight. She studied until midnight. Up. He climbed up the hill. He climbed up the hill. Stand up, please. Stand up, please. With. I went with my brother. I went with my brother. Tea with sugar tastes sweet. Tea with sugar tastes sweet. Without. He left without his bag. He left without his bag. I cannot live without water. I cannot live without water. Within. Finish the work within an hour. Finish the work within an hour. Stay within the lines. Stay within the lines. Upon. Upon arrival, call me. Upon arrival, call me. The cat slept upon the roof. The cat slept upon the roof. Beneath. The treasure was beneath the sand. The treasure was beneath the sand. A river flows beneath the bridge. A river flows beneath the bridge. Despite. Despite the rain, we played football. Despite the rain, we played football. She smiled despite the pain. She smiled despite the pain. Beyond. The village is beyond the hills. The village is beyond the hills. This problem is beyond my understanding. This problem is beyond my understanding. Toward. The dog ran toward its owner. The dog ran toward its owner. We moved toward the exit. We moved toward the exit. Underneath. The shoes are underneath the bed. The shoes are underneath the bed. He hid underneath the table. He hid underneath the table. There. We traveled via Dubai. We traveled via Dubai. Send the message via email. Send the message via email. Yesterday. I went to school yesterday. I went to school yesterday. She called me yesterday. She called me yesterday. In the morning. I drink tea in the morning. I drink tea in the morning. She studies in the morning. She studies in the morning. In the afternoon. We play football in the afternoon. We play football in the afternoon. He works in the afternoon. He works in the afternoon. In the evening. I watch TV in the evening. I watch TV in the evening. She cooks dinner in the evening. She cooks dinner in the evening. At night. I sleep at night. I sleep at night. The cat is active at night. The cat is active at night. Today. Today is Sunday. Today is Sunday. I am busy today. I am busy today. Tomorrow. I will travel tomorrow. I will travel tomorrow. He will come tomorrow. He will come tomorrow. This morning. I ate bread this morning. I ate bread this morning. She was happy this morning. She was happy this morning. This afternoon. I will visit my friend this afternoon. I will visit my friend this afternoon. We will study this afternoon. We will study this afternoon. This evening. I will relax this evening. I will relax this evening. They will meet this evening. They will meet this evening. Last night. I watched a movie last night. I watched a movie last night. She studied last night. She studied last night. Last week. I visited Kabul last week. I visited Kabul last week. He was sick last week. He was sick last week. Last month. I started English last month. I started English last month. She moved last month. She moved last month. Last year. I traveled last year. I traveled last year. He graduated last year. He graduated last year. Next week. I will take a test next week. I will take a test next week. We will meet next week. We will meet next week. Next year. I will learn driving next year. I will learn driving next year. He will study more next year. He will study more next year. Now. I am eating now. I am eating now. She is reading now. She is reading now. Late. I arrived late. I arrived late. She is late for school. She is late for school. On Friday. I pray on Friday. I pray on Friday. He rests on Friday. He rests on Friday. On weekends. I relax on weekends. I relax on weekends. We visit friends on weekends. We visit friends on weekends. Every day. I study English every day. I study English every day. She drinks milk every day. She drinks milk every day. Always. He always smiles. He always smiles. I always drink water. I always drink water. Usually. I usually go to school by bus. I usually go to school by bus. She usually wakes up early. She usually wakes up early. Often. We often play football. We often play football. I often visit my uncle. I often visit my uncle. Sometimes. I sometimes eat fast food. I sometimes eat fast food. She sometimes goes out. She sometimes goes out. Rarely. I rarely watch TV. I rarely watch TV. He rarely travels. He rarely travels. Never. I never smoke. I never smoke. She never lies. She never lies. Once a day. I brush my teeth once a day. I brush my teeth once a day. He eats fruit once a day. He eats fruit once a day. Twice a week. I go swimming twice a week. I go swimming twice a week. She studies English twice a week. She studies English twice a week. In the past. In the past, life was simple. In the past, life was simple. I was shy in the past. I was shy in the past. In the future. In the future, I will travel. In the future, I will travel. She will be a doctor in the future. She will be a doctor in the future. A long time ago. A long time ago, there was a king. A long time ago, there was a king. A long time ago, people wrote letters. A long time ago, people wrote letters. Recently. I recently started school. I recently started school. She recently bought a phone. She recently bought a phone. Soon. I will see you soon. I will see you soon. He will come soon. He will come soon. Later. I will do homework later. I will do homework later. She will call you later. She will call you later. After school. I play football after school. I play football after school. He studies after school. He studies after school. Before school. I eat breakfast before school. I eat breakfast before school. She reads before school. She reads before school. In the middle of the day. I eat lunch in the middle of the day. I eat lunch in the middle of the day. He rests in the middle of the day. He rests in the middle of the day. At 7 o'clock. I wake up at 7 o'clock. I wake up at 7 o'clock. She eats breakfast at 7 o'clock. She eats breakfast at 7 o'clock. In an hour. The bus will come in an hour. The bus will come in an hour. I will finish in an hour. I will finish in an hour. For a long time. I waited for a long time. I waited for a long time. She talked for a long time. She talked for a long time.
At the same time. We arrived at the same time. We arrived at the same time. They started at the same time. They started at the same time. In the end. In the end, I passed the exam. In the end, I passed the exam. In the end, we went home. In the end, we went home. At first. At first, I was scared. At first, I was scared. At first, she didn't understand. At first, she didn't understand. For a while. I waited for a while. I waited for a while. We talked for a while. We talked for a while. All day. I studied all day. I studied all day. She worked all day. She worked all day. All night. I studied all night. I studied all night. He slept all night. He slept all night. All morning. I cleaned all morning. I cleaned all morning. She worked all morning. She worked all morning. At the moment. I am busy at the moment. I am busy at the moment. She is cooking at the moment. She is cooking at the moment.
Eat. I eat my lunch. I eat my lunch. You eat your lunch. You eat your lunch. He eats his lunch. He eats his lunch. She eats her lunch. She eats her lunch. It eats its food. It eats its food. We eat our lunch. We eat our lunch. They eat their lunch. They eat their lunch. Drive. I drive my car. I drive my car. You drive your car. You drive your car. He drives his car. He drives his car. She drives her car. She drives her car. It drives itself automatically. It drives itself automatically. We drive our car. We drive our car. They drive their car. They drive their car. Wash. I wash my hands. I wash my hands. You wash your hands. You wash your hands. He washes his hands. He washes his hands. She washes her hands. She washes her hands. It washes the floor. It washes the floor. We wash our hands. We wash our hands. They wash their hands. They wash their hands. Open. I open my bag. I open my bag. You open your bag. You open your bag. He opens his bag. He opens his bag. She opens her bag. She opens her bag. It opens the door. It opens the door. We open our bag. We open our bag. They open their bag. They open their bag.
Lose. I lose my wallet. I lose my wallet. You lose your wallet. You lose your wallet. He loses his wallet. He loses his wallet. She loses her wallet. She loses her wallet. It loses power. It loses power. We lose our wallet. We lose our wallet. They lose their wallet. They lose their wallet. Build. I build my house. I build my house. You build your house. You build your house. He builds his house. He builds his house. She builds her house. She builds her house. It builds a nest. It builds a nest. We build our house. We build our house. They build their house. They build their house. Break. I break my phone. I break my phone. You break your phone. You break your phone. He breaks his phone. He breaks his phone. She breaks her phone. She breaks her phone. It breaks down. It breaks down. We break our phone. We break our phone. They break their phone. They break their phone. Finish. I finish my work. I finish my work. You finish your work. You finish your work. He finishes his work. He finishes his work. She finishes her work. She finishes her work. It finishes the game. It finishes the game. We finish our work. We finish our work. They finish their work. They finish their work. Wear. I wear my coat. I wear my coat. You wear your coat. You wear your coat. He wears his coat. He wears his coat. She wears her coat. She wears her coat. It wears out quickly. It wears out quickly. We wear our coat. We wear our coat. They wear their coat. They wear their coat. Sell. I sell my bike. I sell my bike. You sell your bike. You sell your bike. He sells his bike. He sells his bike. She sells her bike. She sells her bike. It sells well. It sells well. We sell our bike. We sell our bike. They sell their bike. They sell their bike. Fix. I fix my computer. I fix my computer. You fix your computer. You fix your computer. He fixes his computer. He fixes his computer. She fixes her computer. She fixes her computer. It fixes the error. It fixes the error. We fix our computer. We fix our computer. They fix their computer. They fix their computer. Paint. I paint my room. I paint my room. You paint your room. You paint your room. He paints his room. He paints his room. She paints her room. She paints her room. It paints the wall. It paints the wall. We paint our room. We paint our room. They paint their room. They paint their room. Close. I close my window. I close my window. You close your window. You close your window. He closes his window. He closes his window. She closes her window. She closes her window. It closes the circuit. It closes the circuit. We close our window. We close our window. They close their window. They close their window. Borrow. I borrow your pen. I borrow your pen. You borrow his pen. You borrow his pen. He borrows her pen. He borrows her pen. She borrows my pen. She borrows my pen. It borrows energy. It borrows energy. We borrow their pen. We borrow their pen. They borrow our pen. They borrow our pen. Cook. I cook my dinner. I cook my dinner. You cook your dinner. You cook your dinner. He cooks his dinner. He cooks his dinner. She cooks her dinner. She cooks her dinner. It cooks slowly. It cooks slowly. We cook our dinner. We cook our dinner. They cook their dinner. They cook their dinner. Clean. I clean my shoes. I clean my shoes. You clean your shoes. You clean your shoes. He cleans his shoes. He cleans his shoes. She cleans her shoes. She cleans her shoes. It cleans the filter. It cleans the filter. We clean our shoes. We clean our shoes. They clean their shoes. They clean their shoes. Choose. I choose my words. I choose my words. You choose your words. You choose your words. He chooses his words. He chooses his words. She chooses her words. She chooses her words. It chooses a color. It chooses a color. We choose our words. We choose our words. They choose their words. They choose their words. Carry. I carry my bag. I carry my bag. You carry your bag. You carry your bag. He carries his bag. He carries his bag. She carries her bag. She carries her bag. It carries the weight. It carries the weight. We carry our bag. We carry our bag. They carry their bag. They carry their bag. Forget. I forget my password. I forget my password. You forget your password. You forget your password. He forgets his password. He forgets his password. She forgets her password. She forgets her password. It forgets the setting. It forgets the setting. We forget our password. We forget our password. They forget their password. They forget their password. Kick. I kick my ball. I kick my ball. You kick your ball. You kick your ball. He kicks his ball. He kicks his ball. She kicks her ball. She kicks her ball. It kicks dust. It kicks dust. We kick our ball. We kick our ball. They kick their ball. They kick their ball. Hold. I hold my breath. I hold my breath. You hold your breath. You hold your breath. He holds his breath. He holds his breath. She holds her breath. She holds her breath. It holds water. It holds water. We hold our breath. We hold our breath. They hold their breath. They hold their breath. Change. I change my clothes. I change my clothes. You change your clothes. You change your clothes. He changes his clothes. He changes his clothes. She changes her clothes. She changes her clothes. It changes shape. It changes shape. We change our clothes. We change our clothes. They change their clothes. They change their clothes. Start. I start my engine. I start my engine. You start your engine. You start your engine. He starts his engine. He starts his engine. She starts her engine. She starts her engine. It starts raining. It starts raining. We start our engine. We start our engine. They start their engine. They start their engine. Lock. I lock my door. I lock my door. You lock your door. You lock your door. He locks his door. He locks his door. She locks her door. She locks her door. It locks automatically. It locks automatically. We lock our door. We lock our door. They lock their door. They lock their door. Answer. I answer my phone. I answer my phone. You answer your phone. You answer your phone. He answers his phone. He answers his phone. She answers her phone. She answers her phone. It answers the call. It answers the call. We answer our phone. We answer our phone. They answer their phone. They answer their phone. Prepare. I prepare my speech. I prepare my speech. You prepare your speech. You prepare your speech. He prepares his speech. He prepares his speech. She prepares her speech. She prepares her speech. It prepares the data. It prepares the data. We prepare our speech. We prepare our speech. They prepare their speech. They prepare their speech. Push. I push my cart. I push my cart. You push your cart. You push your cart. He pushes his cart. He pushes his cart. She pushes her cart. She pushes her cart. It pushes the button. It pushes the button. We push our cart. We push our cart. They push their cart. They push their cart. Pull. I pull my suitcase. I pull my suitcase. You pull your suitcase. You pull your suitcase. He pulls his suitcase. He pulls his suitcase. She pulls her suitcase. She pulls her suitcase. It pulls to the left. It pulls to the left. We pull our suitcase. We pull our suitcase. They pull their suitcase. They pull their suitcase. Save. I save my money. I save my money. You save your money. You save your money. He saves his money. He saves his money. She saves her money. She saves her money. It saves time. It saves time. We save our money. We save our money. They save their money. They save their money. Memorize. I memorize my lines. I memorize my lines. You memorize your lines. You memorize your lines. He memorizes his lines. He memorizes his lines. She memorizes her lines. She memorizes her lines. It memorizes patterns. It memorizes patterns. We memorize our lines. We memorize our lines. They memorize their lines. They memorize their lines. Water. I water my plant. I water my plant. You water your plant. You water your plant. He waters his plant. He waters his plant. She waters her plant. She waters her plant. It waters the lawn. It waters the lawn. We water our plant. We water our plant. They water their plant. They water their plant. Dry. I dry my hair. I dry my hair. You dry your hair. You dry your hair. He dries his hair. He dries his hair. She dries her hair. She dries her hair. It dries quickly. It dries quickly. We dry our hair. We dry our hair. They dry their hair. They dry their hair. Lift. I lift my arm. I lift my arm. You lift your arm. You lift your arm. He lifts his arm. He lifts his arm. She lifts her arm. She lifts her arm. It lifts the lid. It lifts the lid. We lift our arm. We lift our arm. They lift their arm. They lift their arm.
Fold. I fold my shirt. I fold my shirt. You fold your shirt. You fold your shirt. He folds his shirt. He folds his shirt. She folds her shirt. She folds her shirt. It folds easily. It folds easily. We fold our shirt. We fold our shirt. They fold their shirt. They fold their shirt.
Sharpen. I sharpen my knife. I sharpen my knife. You sharpen your knife. You sharpen your knife. He sharpens his knife. He sharpens his knife. She sharpens her knife. She sharpens her knife. It sharpens the blade. It sharpens the blade. We sharpen our knife. We sharpen our knife. They sharpen their knife. They sharpen their knife. Hide. I hide my gift. I hide my gift. You hide your gift. You hide your gift. He hides his gift. He hides his gift. She hides her gift. She hides her gift. It hides the treasure. It hides the treasure. We hide our gift. We hide our gift. They hide their gift. They hide their gift. Throw. I throw my trash. I throw my trash. You throw your trash. You throw your trash. He throws his trash. He throws his trash. She throws her trash. She throws her trash. It throws an error. It throws an error. We throw our trash. We throw our trash. They throw their trash. They throw their trash. Catch. I catch my bus. I catch my bus. You catch your bus. You catch your bus. He catches his bus. He catches his bus. She catches her bus. She catches her bus. It catches fire. It catches fire. We catch our bus. We catch our bus. They catch their bus. They catch their bus. Record. I record my video. I record my video. You record your video. You record your video. He records his video. He records his video. She records her video. She records her video. It records sound. It records sound. We record our video. We record our video. They record their video. They record their video.
At. She is at school. She is at school. On. The book is on the table. The book is on the table. In. They are in the room. They are in the room. Behind. The boy is behind the door. The boy is behind the door. Near. The shop is near my house. The shop is near my house. Between. The ball is between the boxes. The ball is between the boxes. Above. The fan is above the bed. The fan is above the bed. Beside. She is beside her friend. She is beside her friend. In front of. The car is in front of the house. The car is in front of the house. Next to. The bank is next to the school. The bank is next to the school. Inside. The toys are inside the box. The toys are inside the box. Outside. The children are outside the classroom. The children are outside the classroom. Across from. The hotel is across from the park. The hotel is across from the park. Against. The ladder is against the wall. The ladder is against the wall. Around. The students are around the teacher. The students are around the teacher. Over. The plane is over the city. The plane is over the city. Below. The shoes are below the shelf. The shoes are below the shelf. Among. The girl is among her classmates. The girl is among her classmates. by. He is sitting by the window. He is sitting by the window. Opposite. The library is opposite the bank. The library is opposite the bank. Along. They are walking along the river. They are walking along the river. Through. The train is going through the tunnel. The train is going through the tunnel. Into. She walked into the room. She walked into the room. Out of. The cat jumped out of the box. The cat jumped out of the box. Up. He ran up the stairs. He ran up the stairs. Down. The boy walked down the hill. The boy walked down the hill. Toward. She is coming toward me. She is coming toward me. Away from. The dog ran away from the house. The dog ran away from the house. Around. We sat around the fire. We sat around the fire. Beneath. The treasure is beneath the ground. The treasure is beneath the ground. Beyond. The village is beyond the mountains. The village is beyond the mountains. Close to. My school is close to the market. My school is close to the market. Far from. Their house is far from the city. Their house is far from the city. Past. He walked past the store. He walked past the store. Across. They swam across the river. They swam across the river. Inside of. The keys are inside of the drawer. The keys are inside of the drawer. Outside of. The car is parked outside of the garage. The car is parked outside of the garage. Throughout. People celebrated throughout the country. People celebrated throughout the country. Upon. The bird landed upon the tree branch. The bird landed upon the tree branch.
Come. I come home. I come home. I came home. I came home. I will come home. I will come home. I am coming home. I am coming home. Go. I go to school. I go to school. I went to school. I went to school. I will go to school. I will go to school. I am going to school. I am going to school. Eat. I eat rice. I eat rice. I ate rice. I ate rice. I will eat rice. I will eat rice. I am eating rice. I am eating rice. Drink. I drink water. I drink water. I drank water. I drank water. I will drink water. I will drink water. I am drinking water. I am drinking water. Read. I read a book. I read a book. I read a book yesterday. I read a book yesterday. I will read a book. I will read a book. I am reading a book. I am reading a book. Write. I write a letter. I write a letter. I wrote a letter. I wrote a letter. I will write a letter. I will write a letter. I am writing a letter. I am writing a letter. Play. I play football. I play football. I played football. I played football. I will play football. I will play football. I am playing football. I am playing football. Study. I study English. I study English. I studied English. I studied English. I will study English. I will study English. I am studying English. I am studying English. Watch. I watch TV. I watch TV. I watch TV. I watch TV. I will watch TV. I will watch TV. I am watching TV. I am watching TV. Cook. I cook food. I cook food. I cooked food. I cooked food. I will cook food. I will cook food. I am cooking food. I am cooking food. Buy. I buy clothes. I buy clothes. I bought clothes. I bought clothes. I will buy clothes. I will buy clothes. I am buying clothes. I am buying clothes. Drive. I drive a car. I drive a car. I drove a car. I drove a car. I will drive a car. I will drive a car. I am driving a car. I am driving a car. Run. I run fast. I run fast. I ran fast. I ran fast. I will run fast. I will run fast. I am running fast. I am running fast. Walk. I walk home. I walk home. I walked home. I walked home. I will walk home. I will walk home. I am walking home. I am walking home. Sleep. I sleep early. I sleep early. I slept early. I slept early. I will sleep early. I will sleep early. I am sleeping now. I am sleeping now. Speak. I speak English. I speak English. I spoke English. I spoke English. I will speak English. I will speak English. I am speaking English. I am speaking English. Sing. I sing songs. I sing songs. I sang songs. I sang songs. I will sing songs. I will sing songs. I am singing songs. I am singing songs. Dance. I dance well. I dance well. I danced well. I danced well. I will dance well. I will dance well. I am dancing now. I am dancing now. Open. I open the door. I open the door. I opened the door. I opened the door. I will open the door. I will open the door. I am opening the door. I am opening the door. Close. I close the window. I close the window. I close the window. I close the window. I will close the window. I will close the window. I am closing the window. I am closing the window. Teach. I teach students. I teach students. I taught students. I taught students. I will teach students. I will teach students. I am teaching students. I am teaching students. Learn. I learn math. I learn math. I learned math. I learned math. I will learn math. I will learn math. I am learning math. I am learning math. Clean. I clean my room. I clean my room. I cleaned my room. I cleaned my room. I will clean my room. I will clean my room. I am cleaning my room. I am cleaning my room. Help. I help my friend. I help my friend. I help my friend. I help my friend. I will help my friend. I will help my friend. I am helping my friend. I am helping my friend. Call. I call my mother. I call my mother. I called my mother. I called my mother. I will call my mother. I will call my mother. I am calling my mother. I am calling my mother. Send. I send a message. I send a message. I sent a message. I sent a message. I will send a message. I will send a message. I am sending a message. I am sending a message. Meet. I meet my teacher. I meet my teacher. I met my teacher. I met my teacher. I will meet my teacher. I will meet my teacher. I am meeting my teacher. I am meeting my teacher. Swim. I swim in the river. I swim in the river. I swam in the river. I swam in the river. I will swim in the river. I will swim in the river. I am swimming in the river. I am swimming in the river. Travel. I travel to Kabul. I travel to Kabul. I travel to Kabul. I travel to Kabul. I will travel to Kabul. I will travel to Kabul. I am traveling to Kabul. I am traveling to Kabul. Work. I work in an office. I work in an office. I worked in an office. I worked in an office. I will work in an office. I will work in an office. I am working in an office. I am working in an office.